Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I have the April Pen Pal mail, and I was going to try to do 2 packets in March, but I decided late in the month, and what I will do is try to do 2 in April. So that way I can plan ahead a little better. These weigh about 8 ounces. And the shipping is included in the price. That's US shipping only, and they are $16.99. So we have a beautiful piece of lace, about 24 inches, and then we have a piece of this. This is probably about 18 inches. This pretty rickrack, and it's a cream color with the gold flecks in it. They're always fun to use on tags and things. We have a few book pages from a book that was about colonial, I think it was colonial Williamsburg, and all of these different old houses. You could make tags out of these, just cut out portions of this. I love also, as you already know, to do the blackout poetry, where you black out all of the words except the ones you want to keep, and then write a poem with those words. It's very inspiring, and it's sort of challenging in a good way. There is a little set of stationery with the envelope, the cover page, and then an extra page. And this is vintage. I think it was the early 80s. And then we have one of these fun maps that has the markings on it. Some of these have these strips on the inside. I'm not sure what that was for, but they're always fun. There's just a pretty little label. It's not adhesive. You would have to put glue on that. And then each one has a few, let's see how many. We've got some book pages from the book about Tiffany. I've had a whole lot of fun doing blackout poetry from this book. So it looks like 4 pages of just words, and then 1 page that's going to have black and white images, and they vary. I tried to pick out really pretty ones. This, of course, has the beautiful lady on it. They won't all have that because it's from a vintage book, but they're all pretty. Each one is going to have a page that includes some illustrations. And then here are 3 pages from a book that was in large print. And it's always fun to use these to get inspiration. You've got the big words that really show up on a journal page. And then there's a piece of this scrapbook paper, the pretty wood look. There's a piece of this with the roses, and then a strip, an offcut of some type. I can't remember if they're all roses or they may be some of that as well. And then a large, let's see, 3 large music sheets, and the paper has a really nice feel to it. A large piece of this wallpaper. And then there will be some handmade paper. This happens to have strings on it. The strings are falling off. The paper is beautiful though, and when the strings come away, you have this sort of track left where the strings were. All of this paper is different. It doesn't all have strings. Some of it has got pieces of wood on it, really lightweight pieces. Some doesn't have anything on it. It's just got staining and stuff in it. Some of it just looks natural. And then there's a piece of this 8.5 by, I think it's 14 ledger paper. And then a piece of scrapbook paper. Yes, this is an 8 by 8 piece that has a very vintage feel. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of this scrapbook paper. I knew there was one that had 10, but they're all supposed to have 9, and wouldn't I pull the one that has 10 in it? But they are all supposed to have 9. When I was counting through one of them, I counted 10, and I thought, well, I don't understand why this one has 10, but I'll go back and check the others. How funny that I pulled the one. But they all have 9 pieces, 9 different pieces from some Bo Bunny paper pads. And they've all got these little strips at the top that you can tear off. And these little pieces are fun. And when they're blank on the back, they're fun to coordinate however you want to use them, like just by making little tabs or whatever. And again, each pack is right at 8 ounces. And it will be put in plastic to protect it and mailed out in a large envelope. And I always try to put in a thank you card. I haven't made my card yet for April. I have some older ones, but the thank you card that I print out usually has some sort of art on it. So that is that. I made 11 of these. One of my customers has already paid for a full year. So, of course, one is called for. I always keep one for myself. So that leaves 9 in the Ko-fi shop, and I will put a link to the listing below. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back really soon with the April zine, and I have some more digital birdsong faces that I'm going to be listing soon. All right, bye for now.